Hey guys, so to conclude this challenge, I wanted to explain a little bit about why I got you guys to do what I did and how I like to approach teaching total beginners at the piano, just because I think it does help to understand some of the principles behind the method. So one thing that I find consistently over and over again is that adult students in my experience when I've been teaching piano, tend to be more on the side of getting kind of stuck in theory. So they spend a lot of time learning concepts and getting really complex with different types of theoretical ideas, like learning all kinds of crazy chords and stuff like that. But they spend a lot more time on that kind of thing than actually just diving in and doing the finger painting, making the pictures and just getting their hands messy with paint. I don't know why I'm going with painting analogies right now, but I find that it's much better. It seems more useful to do it in the opposite way. So you go hard on the experiential side. So you start by trying. You start by just making sounds on the piano, just by exploring, just by being a little bit creative, just kind of getting your hands in there. And then once you've had a little bit of experiential knowledge, just actually diving in and trying things. From there, you can start filling in the gaps of theory. So I don't like teaching reading notes until you've actually tried to play notes. I don't like teaching rhythm until you've actually paid attention to rhythm, just like from listening or just from exploring different sounds. It's so much easier to build knowledge upon things that you've already experienced yourself firsthand in your own explorations than it is to learn the theory first and then go to the piano and start trying. It's kind of like if you were maybe when you were a kid, it'd be like reading all about rocks in a book, like a school book, a textbook. Whereas the best thing that you can do is just go out in the world and actually like pick up rocks and feel rocks and compare them, smash them apart. And then when you're at school reading about rocks, you might actually care. And it might be way more relevant, the things that you're reading about rocks. So I like taking a similar approach to piano. What I really want you to do, whether you're a beginner or you're just getting started again, is taking action being the main key component here. Don't get stuck in the theory. That's the most important thing that I want you to remember. Just get in there and try things. So if this was your absolute first week of piano, I would definitely have you play something on the piano that allows you to learn the keys. I would get you a little bit creative, maybe making something up. Learning mostly by rote, which means by ear, so you're not learning by reading notes, but putting notes in front of you so you get a little bit of idea of how sheet music reading works, even if you're not actually reading the sheet. And as far as recording yourself and keeping a journal goes, those are ways to round out your knowledge, because it's kind of like if you're taking a class in school. I keep going back to school analogies, but you have like a notebook, you take notes, you keep track of things, you have a clear sense of progress. Super important, and there's two ways to do that. One is by capturing audio and or video, and another way is to just write things down in your notebook. These are invaluable resources if you just are able to keep it up. It's amazing how much value I get out of records that I've been keeping since, I've been journaling, generally speaking, since I was a small child. So I tend to be a little bit obsessive about tracking things, but especially something I started more recently, just the idea of keeping kind of an audio journal. I started doing this when I was studying for my grade 10 exam, because it felt like that was a really challenging practice period in my life. It felt like I was getting kind of stuck and it was hard to notice measurable progress. So that's when I really started getting into the habit of recording myself. And even the act of having to perform for a camera is useful in and of itself to simulate a performance environment. So I really like recording myself when I'm in practice phases. I like doing it about once a week. That means that one time a week, so like one in every 6 days of practice, say, I am practicing performing, which is really useful because a lot of the time we want to learn piano to make ourselves happy, like to just kind of play it for our own sake. But it also is a lot of people's interest and goal to be able to share music with other people. So we like to practice that, like simulate that performance setting by turning on the camera. because that'll get you a little bit more comfortable with the idea of playing for someone, even if you're just playing for, you know, the lens of your camera. It gets you more in the zone for when you're actually going to be playing in front of other people. So really, really useful. I love having an audio record of not only my practice, but I've been recording things that I've been writing as well since I was quite young. And I have a very detailed music archive of all the random song ideas I've had, many of which are absolutely terrible, but I like keeping them around anyway, all the way to practice. So this, along with a written record, will round out your piano learning experience. If you really want to make the most of it, if you really want to commit to practicing piano and learning it, these are the things that I would definitely do. Just get your hands in there, get playing, get started, learn about the theory after you get started, and then keep a really good record of your progress. And I think this is going to make such a big difference. I hope that you'll eventually, you know, maybe 3 months down the road, if you get in the weekly habit of recording yourself, I hope that these sessions start to become rewarding and fun, and they don't seem like such a chore. So that's all I wanted to share with you. Hopefully you got something, at least maybe even one takeaway from this last week of value. That's my hope anyway, that you're able to extract something. Stay posted for some more stuff I've got going on for beginners. I do have a webinar next week, so you can check the description bar below if you want to sign up for that. And I am going to be opening my beginner class again soon. So I started a class for beginners in November. And it's about that time again to open it up. And yeah, so some fun things are on the horizon. Stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys later.